Thanksgiving is over and now we're gearing up for the Christmas holiday. What traditions, new and old, you can partake in here in Central Alabama. The holidays are here, why some travelers are struggling to make it home from their Thanksgiving travel. New information tonight on an Ohio woman who went missing near Chiana State Park.
And we've been under a case of severe clear for today with well below average temperatures, but we're expecting the temperatures to take another hit over the next several days. How cold can we get? That the full 7 day, all come and go.
This is ABC 3340 News. Now, breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Olivia Goche. Thank you for joining us. We start tonight with breaking news. The Claiborne County Sheriff's Department says it believes it's located the body of a missing Ohio hiker from October. Investigators say a hunter called after finding the corpse. This was on Highway 281, 5 miles south of Chiana State Park. The Sheriff's Department says it will hold a press conference on Monday with more information. And Centerpoint Fire was investigating an accident near 25th Avenue Northeast and 23rd Avenue Northeast in Jefferson County. This is when they say a shooting victim showed up at the scene. The shooting victim was transported to UAB for treatment. First responders could not say whether the wreck and the shooting are related. No more information is available at this time. It's one of the biggest rivalries in the country. It's Iron Bowl weekend. Fans were up bright and early for tailgating in T-Town, and we were at the free watch party at the Sidewalk Film Center and Cinema in Birmingham. The party started at 2 p.m. for the 2:30 kickoff. Here's what one fan, Robert Stevens, had to say.
It's kind of sad that we ain't going to the playoff, but it's working itself out. I don't think it's going to be no blowout. I think it's going to be, it might be a little tight. You know what I'm saying? It might. I don't know. I think Alabama going to win, though.
And you can get all the highlights in a full breakdown from sports director Jeff Spiegel in tonight's end of game wrap at 10. It's been a beautiful Saturday with clear skies, but it's starting to get a little chilly out there. ABC 3340's Riley Blackwell joins us now. Riley, should we expect these cold temperatures to stick around?
Yeah, I think so. We were under a case of severe clear for today. High pressure down to our south and east. We do note a cold front coming in from our west. It'll likely start to dissipate before it gets here. But in terms of temperatures, they are on the way down. We're already at 36, Aniana, Coleman, Haleyville, 34, Jasper, and Center 38 in Anniston, 42 in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa 48 down in Centerville. Now, what we saw in terms of recorded highs for today, about 10 to 12 degrees below average, 52 Birmingham, 52 Pell City, Anniston, 48 up in Haleyville, 52 in Jasper, 51 Aniana and Gadsden. But for the next several hours, a lot of us are going to be dropping once again to at or below freezing, although mostly clear skies will be around. And tomorrow we should be expecting at least some sunshine. But once we get towards Sunday morning, or should I say Monday morning, temperatures expected to be even colder with another cold blast of air moving in. How long will it stick around? Can we expect any rain? That in the full 7 day, all coming up.
And to keep up with the weather for your Black Friday shopping plans, you can download the ABC 3340 weather app. There you'll have access to live radar, James's weather blog, and the 7-day forecast. And we're getting more of your holiday memories. Melva Harvey sent us this photo of Lele sneaking the last of some strawberry lasagna and one pup all decked out for the Thanksgiving festivities. And lastly, a family log cabin built in 1938. Paige Buchanan says her pawpaw built it log by log nearly a century ago. The photos on the mantle are of their family sitting on the front porch in the 1930s. They say their family will enjoy the rustic home for generations to come. And new today, earlier this morning, Lake Fire was dispatched to a residential fire on Thomas Lane. A single wide trailer was found with a room and contents fire extending to the rest of the home. Childersburg Fire and Rescue Department responded and were able to stop the fire before it extended to several other surrounding structures in close proximity. Saginaw police responded to a fire just before 9 p.m. Friday night. There was a fire in the chimney at a home in the 3000 block of Highway 331 in Columbiana. The fire in the chimney was filling the house with smoke. First responders say about an hour in, the brick chimney lost its integrity and collapsed. Thankfully, there were no injuries from the incident. ServPro and the American Red Cross were contacted to assist the family. Birmingham Fire and Rescue says they were called to an apartment fire today. It happened in the 7700 block of 5th Avenue South in the Eastlake community. The Birmingham Fire and Rescue chief confirms to us they fought the fire with an interior offensive attack and no injuries were reported. You're taking a look at Regions tree lighting ceremony at the Regions Center Plaza in Birmingham. Bank leaders flipped the switch Friday night. Now the 30-story Regions Bank building illuminates the Magic City skyline for the holiday season. The display includes 2 massive trees, a wreath, and holiday stocking. This has been a tradition of the building since the 1970s, and it will remain on display until New Year's Day. And if you're looking for a great way to get in the holiday spirit this year, the city of Gadsden might have just what you're looking for. I had the privilege of being at the opening night of the Christmas on the Coosa ice skating rink Friday night. It's year 2 for Gadsden, and this year comes with improvements the whole family will enjoy. With the rink nearly as big as Rockefeller in New York City, if you can't make it up north this holiday season, Gadsden is the next best place to be.
It's actually a cool little setting just to come out and watch people ice skate here in town and enjoy some Christmas time and actually make family memories.
The biggest improvement this year, real ice. Last year, synthetic ice was used. John Moore, Gadsden Director of Economic Development, says that this was the biggest change residents said they wanted to see.
This year we've brought in a bigger rink. We've brought in real ice. It's a 60 by 100 ice skating rink, 6,000 square feet of ice skating.
The ice is over 4 inches thick. Pair that with hot dogs and hot chocolate. You get Gadsden residents who say the anticipation has been brewing all year.
And we've been talking this up for a few weeks now. They were so excited, couldn't wait till they opened. We were here when you opened the doors tonight.
Both city leaders and residents agree it brings something extra special to the area this holiday season.
We used to have to go to Birmingham or Huntsville for places like this, so it's nice to have it in our hometown.
So last year we actually had about 15,000 skaters, and so we're expecting over 20,000 this year. It'll be a huge event for the city of Gadsden, and it's sisters with our Christmas at the Falls, where we have over 150,000 people who visit that from now till the first of the year.
The event is free and open to all ages. It's open now through January 4th. Skating hours are 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. until December 19th. After December 19th, skating hours are 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. Entry is free. Skates are $10 a person Monday through Thursday and $15 Friday through Sunday. You can find all of this information right now on our website, abc3340.com. And the Pelham Elf Adventure started today. Pete the Pelham Elf will be hiding in local retailers during this time. It's your job to find him. Participating businesses will stamp your elf's passport. Passports can be picked up at the Pelham Rec Center. And the city says this is a way to help attract customers to local retailers during the busy holiday shopping season. You can turn in your passport for prizes at the finale party, which will take place on Sunday, December 8th. The free event will be held at the Rec Center, and Santa and the Grinch will be in attendance. You can find all of this information and details now on our website as well. And Thursday night, Walker County Jail inmates had Thanksgiving dinner with their families and children. The event was hosted at the Storehouse in Jasper, along with Living Light Ministries. The Sheriff's Office says the event was in recognition of inmates who've shown positive progression during their sentences. And an easy return home this Thanksgiving may not be in the cards for some people across the country. A winter wallop hitting parts of the U.S. is making travel difficult, if not completely impossible for many travelers. ABC's Ike Ejachi has more from New York.
As millions of Americans make their way home, a massive winter system taking aim at the Great Lakes regions. Residents from Michigan to upstate New York on alert for lake-effect snow. Buffalo, New York, near the bullseye. The governor declaring a state of emergency and banning empty commercial vehicles on major highways, including I-90 and I-86, so crews can clear the roads.
Make sure you're being vigilant if you're heading out of the house and going anywhere. Make sure you're checking what the weather forecast might be.
The Bills calling on their superfans to help clear out Highmark Stadium ahead of Sunday's game against the 49ers.
Visibility is less than half a mile. Those roads are getting nasty out there.
90 miles west in Erie, Pennsylvania, several feet of snow blanketing neighborhoods. Further along I-90 in Ashtabula, Ohio, whiteout conditions reducing visibility, with nearly 1 to 2 inches hitting the ground per hour. The winter storm also creating headaches for some travelers. More than 3,000 flights delayed today. The TSA expecting to screen 3 million passengers at airports on Sunday, which could be the agency's busiest day ever. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, New York.
A woman was arrested after a deadly crash in Northport early Friday morning. 29-year-old Rachel Robinson was charged with manslaughter, 2 counts of first-degree assault, and driving under the influence. Robinson is accused of driving the wrong way on the Hugh Thomas Bridge, hitting a vehicle head-on. Northport Police Department and Tuscaloosa Violent Crimes Unit say someone under the age of 18 was killed in that crash, and 2 other people were seriously injured. An Alabama A&M football player dies after suffering a head injury during a game. 20-year-old Medrick Burnett Jr. died Wednesday, according to the Jefferson County Coroner's Office. Burnett was a redshirt freshman from Lakewood, California. A woman identifying herself as Burnett's sister says he was injured while playing in the Magic City Classic. She went on to explain he had subsequently suffered several brain bleeds. More than $57,000 has been raised to help the family with expenses. And the Porch Band of Creek Indians wrapped up a colorful 52nd annual Thanksgiving powwow in Atmore. The 2-day homecoming events happen every Thanksgiving and allows you to see the rich culture of their local tribe. It highlights the events of women and their traditional Native American regalia competing to become royalty, and it represents the tribe as public ambassadors at future public events.
The tribe started this back in like the late 1970s to kind of show people that Native Americans are still here.
Our culture, our dance, the regalia and the resemblance that you see in all of the colors, the vibrant colors, shows the vibrancy of how important our Creek blood is to us.
Friday was also National Native American Heritage Day. It's a recognition of Native Americans' rich history and many contributions to the United States. There are more than 570 federally recognized Indian nations in the U.S. Now to the latest on the Trump transition. We're learning more about that meeting between the president-elect and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. The two getting together last night at Mar-a-Lago amid reports of tariff threats. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the details from Florida.
President-elect Donald Trump now saying he had a productive dinner Friday with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at Mar-a-Lago. Trudeau making the surprise visit last night after Trump threatened sweeping 25% across-the-board tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Trump accusing both countries of allowing drugs and illegal migrants to flow into the U.S. Also at the table, David McCormick, the newly elected Republican senator of Pennsylvania. Trump posting on social media the two leaders discussed fentanyl, trade deals, and what Trump says is a trade deficit between Canada and the U.S., despite the two countries operating under a trade deal that Trump crafted in his first term.
It was an excellent conversation.
Trudeau telling reporters tariffs wouldn't just harm Canadians, but would also raise prices for U.S. consumers and harm industries here at home. Canada is the second largest trading partner of the U.S., behind only Mexico. Both countries accounting for more than $1 trillion in trade a year. President Biden urging caution.
We have an unusual situation in America. We're surrounded by the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and two allies, Mexico and Canada. And the last thing we need to do is begin to screw up those relationships.
And Trump today naming Charles Kushner, the father of his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, as his choice for ambassador to France. Kushner was convicted in 2005 of illegal campaign contributions, tax evasion, and witness tampering. Trump pardoned him in the final days of his first term. In West Palm Beach, Florida, Jay O'Brien, ABC News.
The World Central Kitchen says it is pausing operations in Gaza again. This after an Israeli airstrike Saturday killed 5 people, including employees of the U.S.-based charity. The Israeli military says it was targeting a WCK worker who allegedly took part in the October 7th Hamas attack. The WCK is demanding more information, saying it was unaware of any employee affiliations to the attack. The charity previously paused operations in Gaza after Israel fired upon one of its air aid convoys, killing 7 workers. At the time, the Israeli military said it was a mistake. And the Ukrainian Air Force Command says they endured the highest number of drone attacks since the start of the war. November is the month with the most attacks, with more than 2,400 Russian attacks this month alone. That's compared with 1,900 in October and 1,300 in September. This comes as Russia's war on Ukraine passed the 1,000-day point on November 19th. North Korean state media says its leader Kim Jong-un met with Russia's defense minister Friday. During the visit, the Russian diplomat said Moscow and Pyongyang relations were actively expanding in all areas, including military cooperation. Kim, meanwhile, was cited saying his country would provide, quote, invariably support to Moscow's war in Ukraine. The visit comes amid escalating tensions over the deployment of North Korean troops in western Russia. And let's get another check on your forecast for the weekend. Here is the weather man with the weather plan, Riley Blackwell.
I think the plan is going to be turn up the heat over the next several days. Once again, for tonight, temperatures are likely going to be dipping into the middle to upper 20s area wide. Of course, a little bit cooler to the north, a little bit warmer down to the south. But most, if not all, communities will likely be below freezing tonight. But then once we get towards Sunday night into Monday morning, a new surge of cold air will be blowing into the state. That means lows are likely going to be in the 20s area wide. Some places might flirt with the upper teens or even lower, nearing that 20-degree mark once we get towards Monday morning. And another potential issue could be the wind chill. So for tonight, winds will be fairly light and variable, so wind chill factor not really going to be much into effect. And then by tomorrow afternoon, we're not going to be too bad. Winds will be light and temperatures will be a little bit warmer, low to mid 50s across our area. Then once we get into Sunday night and Monday morning, temperatures are likely going to feel like at least the middle to upper teens. I think this graphic particularly is underdoing how cool it will actually feel heading out the door Monday morning, and throughout the day on Monday, highs are likely only going to be in the middle 40s. Wind chill could be down in the low 40s or even upper 30s. But in terms of our low temperatures, we will be a little bit on the rise, but just know Monday night into Tuesday morning, likely going to be quite chilly in the middle 20s, more of the same Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. But then we are expecting another front to approach Wednesday night into Thursday. And with that, we could also see some rain. So for the next couple of days, we'll be just fine, plentiful sunshine and on the colder side. But then we're going to see a little bit of a pattern shift. And with that chance of rain, we could see showers as early as Wednesday night. But the bulk of the rain for this week will likely come Thursday morning into the midday hours before those rain chances move out by Thursday afternoon. And once again on Friday, a stray shower certainly can't be ruled out. But once we get towards Saturday and Sunday, once again, we could see just a couple of showers. But very beneficial rainfall amounts are going to be likely, especially on the western side of the state. But of course, this will likely change as well. But mostly anywhere from maybe ½ an inch to an inch across much of the area, which would be very beneficial and help mitigate the current drought. But overnight tonight, once again, freezing temperatures really almost statewide, anywhere from about 24 to 30. Once again, a little cooler off to the north. Now, tomorrow's not going to be too terribly bad, mid 50s with a good bit of sunshine. But then that new blast of cold air Sunday night into Monday, highs in the 40s and 50s on Monday. Most of us, though, likely going to be in the 30s and 40s for highs on Tuesday, waking up Wednesday morning, low to middle 20s. But then temperatures will be back on the rise with a little bit of a pattern flip Wednesday and Thursday. And with that, we're likely going to see at least a slim chance for some showers. No real need to worry about thunderstorms, and it will bring beneficial rain.
Join us tonight at 10 here on ABC 3340. Sports Director Jeff Spiegel is breaking down this week's games in your end of game wrap. And one more thing before we go, a couple of police officers in Springville, Utah chased a wayward suspect Thursday that had them squealing. The police department released this video showing the officers chasing a pig named Wilbur. At one point, you can see an officer dive onto the ground as he tried to catch the swine. The officers were eventually able to capture little Wilbur, with the police department calling him, quote, a